Please, Daddy, please help her. Those were the 6 words that made every sound in the world freeze around him. The mop slipped from his hand. The hallway lights hummed above him. And the single dad janitor, Daniel Ward, felt something inside him snap back to life, something he thought he had buried years ago. If you're watching this right now, don't go anywhere, because what happened next didn't just change his life, it exposed a truth no one ever expected. And by the end, you're going to understand why this story needs to be heard, why you'll want to like this video, and why subscribing helps stories like this reach people who desperately need hope. Daniel worked nights at Harborview Mall, a quiet place where footsteps echoed like memories. He didn't complain. He couldn't. After losing his wife 5 years ago, raising his little girl Emma alone became his entire world. She was 8, bright-eyed, and always waiting for her father to finish work so she could walk home with him, her tiny hand always wrapping around his calloused one, grounding him. Life wasn't easy, but it was theirs. That night things were different. Emma had come early to surprise him with a drawing she made, him wearing a superhero cape. "Because you always save me, Daddy," she had said. He was putting her drawing gently into his shirt pocket when he heard her voice again. But this time, trembling. "Daddy, please help her." Daniel turned the corner and saw Emma pointing at a woman being cornered by 3 men in the underground parking lot. The woman looked terrified, backing against a concrete pillar, clutching a bag like it was the last thing she owned. The men were bigger, louder, clearly not afraid of anyone stopping them. But then they saw Daniel, skinny janitor clothes, worn-out shoes, tired eyes, and they smirked. "Walk away, old man," one of them warned. Daniel did not walk away. He stepped in front of Emma, gently pushed her behind him, and for the first time in years, that part of him he kept locked away, discipline, instinct, precision, began to awaken. He wasn't always a janitor. He wasn't always broken. Before life hit him like a storm, he had been something very different. The biggest man reached for Daniel's collar. The next 5 seconds happened so fast even Emma let out a tiny gasp. Daniel twisted the man's wrist, slammed him against a car hood, and shoved him onto the ground. The second man punched. Daniel dodged, grabbed his arm, and swept him off his feet, sending him crashing onto the concrete. The third pulled out a knife. That was the moment Daniel's eyes changed. The quiet, soft father vanished for a breath, replaced by a man who once knew how to fight for a living. "Tisk," the man hissed. "You're dead." He never finished. Daniel grabbed his arm, twisted, and sent the knife skittering across the floor. A kick to the chest, a shoulder lock, and within seconds the man was on his knees, gasping. Emma ran to the woman and held her hand while Daniel called security. The woman, whose face was still wet with tears, whispered, "Thank you, you saved my life." Daniel only nodded. Anyone would have done the same. But the truth was, not everyone would have. The next morning, as Daniel prepared Emma's breakfast, someone knocked on their apartment door. Hard, sharp, official. Daniel opened it and froze. Standing there was a tall woman in a pressed Navy uniform, decorated medals across her jacket, posture stiff with command presence. She wasn't just military. She was a Navy Admiral. "Daniel Ward?" she asked. He blinked. "Yes, ma'am. I need to speak to you. Now." Emma peeked from behind her father's leg, clutching his shirt. The Admiral softened slightly and smiled at the girl before stepping inside the small, humble living room. Her eyes scanned the place, not with judgment, but with a growing understanding. "My name is Admiral Catherine Hale," she began. "And the woman you saved last night was my sister." Daniel felt a shock ripple down his spine. "She told me everything," the Admiral continued. "Told me how you handled yourself. The way you moved, the way you fought. That wasn't normal." Daniel turned away. His fingers tightened, old memories pressing at the edges, missions he never talked about, losses he locked away, the life he left behind for Emma. The Admiral stepped closer. "You served special operations, didn't you?" Daniel didn't answer. He didn't have to. Emma placed her small hand in his, sensing his discomfort. "My daddy's a hero," she whispered softly. The Admiral inhaled like she'd realized something important. "I believe it." She then sat down across from Daniel and lowered her voice. "Men like you don't end up pushing mops unless something broke them. I'm not here to judge. I'm here because I owe you. And because I think you deserve a second chance." Daniel felt a lump grow in his throat. My chance is standing right there, he said, looking at Emma. That's exactly why I'm here, Admiral Hale replied. You protected my family. Let me protect yours. She handed him an envelope, inside it, a job offer. Higher pay, better hours, benefits for Emma, a chance at dignity again, a chance to rebuild. Daniel stared at it, speechless. You don't have to decide today, she said. But know this, heroes don't fade. They rise again, and my sister is alive because of you. After she left, Daniel sat quietly, holding the envelope. Emma climbed onto his lap, staring at his face like she was reading a story written there. Daddy, she said, you saved her. You always save people. You saved me every day. He hugged her tightly, his eyes growing hot with tears he had held back for years. In that moment, he realized something: he wasn't done. Life hadn't beaten him. He had simply forgotten who he was. But last night, he remembered. Weeks later, Daniel walked into his new job: security operations, leadership role, steady future. Admiral Hale saluted him with genuine respect. Her sister ran up to him, hugged him, and thanked him again. And as he looked at Emma smiling proudly, he felt the world shift back into color. He had survived his darkest years, and now, he was building a future brighter than anything he ever imagined. So if you're still watching, let this be the message you take with you today: heroes aren't born from perfection. They're forged in struggle, in pain, in loss, in love. And sometimes, all it takes is one moment, one brave choice, to change everything. And if stories like this moved you, if you believe more people need hope, courage, and strength like Daniel's, then tap that like button and subscribe to the channel. Because every click helps these powerful stories reach someone who might be fighting their own silent battles right now. And who knows, one of them might need this story more than you think.